Here's another key to the kingdom. In John chapter 14, verse 21, Jesus said, "He that has my commandments and keeps them, he it is that loves me. And he that loves me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him." So here we see another key to the kingdom is that we do what God puts in our heart to do. Fear is a terrible thing. Unbelief is another terrible thing. And when God works in us, sometimes he works in us to do things that are totally against our common sense, totally against what the world would do. I had that 44 years ago. I had a successful real estate brokerage. I had a lot of rental property and tenants. I had a wife and 3 sons. Life seemed to be going fine, but I was unhappy inside. I did not understand why. I called on the Lord. I said, "God, if you're real, I need you." And he flooded my heart with his love. And I began to just regurgitate all the junk that was in my heart. And 15 or 20 minutes after all that weeping and howling, I looked up and I saw color for the first time in my life. I was 34 years old. I began to devour the scriptures. And the Lord began to work in me something that I didn't know anybody else that ever did this, but I saw it in the scriptures. I actually sold all my properties. And I closed my office. And I got rid of the money. And we moved out of our nice suburban home into another home, a rental. And I sat on the floor and I said, "God, here I am with my wife and 3 sons. I've done what you asked. What next?" He said, "Just follow me." That was totally against anything the world might tell you to do. My friends thought I was crazy. My family, ooh, you went off the deep end. We wanted them to get saved, but not like this. Sometimes he has us do things that are totally against our common sense. But if we love him, we'll do what he tells us to do. And in doing so, he manifests himself to us. And the Father himself loves us. We think God loves everybody. God loves everybody enough to give his Son to die on the cross for sin. But that personal love, that personal response, no. He loves those who love him. If you love me, keep my commandments. Do what I tell you to do. That's not a one-time thing. That wasn't the only thing I was to do. I began to move in other ways that he was showing me to do. And it takes courage to do that. Okay, I'm not saying I have a lot of courage. I'm saying that I love God, truly, inside. You see, I don't have to love him externally. I don't have to show you that I love God or anyone else. And you don't have to show me. But I love God, and out of that love, I believe him. And out of believing him, he manifests himself to me. And he loves me, and he cares for me. By the way, I've never looked back. I have no regrets. I could have been a wealthy man today. I am a wealthy man. I didn't realize that 44 years ago, when I made those moves, I became set for life. I didn't know that he was going to take care of me no matter what, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. He's going to take care of me and everything that pertains to me. That means my wife, our 3 natural sons, our 3 adopted daughters, takes care of us. We have an emotional relationship with God as well. I don't allow my emotions to rule my life because he separated my soul and my spirit by his word, and he do the same for you. He separates our soul from our spirit so that we know the difference. You know, I don't always feel the presence of God anymore. There's a reason for that. I'm almost afraid to tell you. I am afraid. I'm not going to tell you. The point is that I know who God is and who he is in me. And out of that, I love him. And I do what he gives me to do, and he responds back to me with love. So we enjoy this camaraderie, this fellowship. I don't have a running conversation with God. Years ago, I think I did, but I don't anymore. I understand him. I know who he is. I know who I am. And it's a key to the kingdom. If I don't do what he tells me to do, and he's not stagnant. God is organic. He's not stagnant in your life. There are seasons in life where you're going to be quiet, you're going to be inactive. I've gone through those seasons. I don't particularly like them, but there they are. And we can get frustrated and wonder if we're missing God and, oh, I should be doing this and doing that. All the world coming in and trying to get you off that foundation of waiting on God. So, I do what he tells me to do, and he's moving all the time. He's working beyond my imagination, beyond my understanding. But I allow him to work in me like that, and out of that he loves me, and I love him. And he makes himself known to me, and that's what I want. I want to have that camaraderie. I want to have that relationship of love and fellowship with God. And I want to do his will. And I want to be active with him, doing what he gets me to do. And that's what comes of that. And that's the kingdom living through me. See, the world can't see it, and the world is not going to see it. He said so. The world can't receive this. The world does not understand. You're a son of God, but the world doesn't know anything about that. They don't treat you like a son of God. You're just another religious nut to them. But the fact is, God knows you, and the principalities and powers in heavenly places know you, and you have a place in eternity with him, because he sure enough ain't done with us. He has plans in eternity for us that we don't know a thing about. You know why? Because eye has not seen, ear has not heard, it has not even entered into the heart of man, for those that love God and those who are called according to his purpose, the things that he's prepared for us who love him. So, listen, do, obey, love, bless. Whatever he gives you to do, do it. And he'll manifest himself to you in the kingdom. Bless you.